name is Chloe with PSP Esquimalt in Victoria, British Columbia, and today we are going to be talking about why everybody should try yoga and some of the health benefits along with it. So I know that some people might say that yoga or exercise isn't for them. Well, yoga is for everybody. It is a very old practice used to balance your body, mind, and spirit. Anybody can do it regardless of age or fitness level, and there are many different types of yoga that I will touch on later. Some can be a little bit more vigorous and a little bit more physical, where others are more based on relaxation and breathing techniques. Yoga is not only great for making yourself feel more at peace, but it's also great for physiological symptoms that you might experience, and it can help improve some of these symptoms, like having high blood pressure, having poor circulation, osteoporosis, arthritis, limited mobility, low back pain, having troubles breathing, headaches, tension and stress, depression. Mental health is a very big thing that I'm going to touch on later when it comes to anxiety, PTSD, depression, and how yoga and certain types of yoga can help alleviate these symptoms. Yoga's gentle movements are a big plus for people who suffer from certain conditions such as osteoporosis or arthritis. Along with this, you can also reduce stress levels, you can reduce the risk of injury, you can increase your concentration, you can understand the body and mind connection, improve your balance, your stability, your posture, and also just overall develop your body awareness. Yoga is widely known for its ability to help reduce stress levels and promote a sense of well-being. But nowadays, it isn't just looked at solely as a holistic approach to improving your mental health. There's extensive research behind it that shows a lot of its other benefits that it supports. Most military members get their physical fitness through other sources, but yoga can be looked at as more of a mental release and stress reliever. The physicality of the practice is still there, but yoga can help you focus on relieving stress and releasing tension from the body. For active military members, a combination of trauma-sensitive vinyasa yoga, myofascial release techniques, meditation, mindfulness, simple breathing techniques or practices, or restorative yoga are all beneficial to the stressors taken on by active military members or their family, whether it be at home, on base, or on deployment. Research has shown that these therapeutic techniques not only improve resilience for this population, but it can also improve their readiness. Yoga has also been shown to improve sleep among military members, and it can also help reduce the feelings of PTSD, such as rage, anxiety, emotional reactivity, and it can also help treat depression and chronic pain. Implementing some form of mindfulness-based training, such as meditation, relaxation, or breathing techniques, has been shown to improve military members' ability to manage stress, regulate emotions, and be calm and focused in chaotic moments. These are all critical skills needed for military members, whether stationed at home or on deployment overseas. In many studies, yoga has been shown to improve some of the following symptoms, such as reducing anger. So in 2012, there was a study done where yoga was shown to increase one's ability to control their anger compared to the control group that just did PE. Practicing yoga has also been shown to decrease verbal aggression in adults, as well as reducing anxiety. So there are numerous studies found that support how yoga may decrease anxiety symptoms, including performance anxiety. This could also be great in terms of finding silence for yourself during the week to help ease the stressors of work or home life, as well as improving sleep. In a study done in 2012 in postmenopausal women diagnosed with insomnia, yoga reduced insomnia severity compared to the control group. Another study done of women with restless leg syndrome showed yoga improved multiple domains of reported sleep quality. So if you feel like you're having issues, same with the side effects of mental health as well, this could also help improve your sleeping pattern and get you that good night's rest. As I said before, yoga is a great way to alleviate the symptoms associated with PTSD. In 2014, there was a study that was focused solely on adult women who were diagnosed with PTSD, and they went through a 10-week yoga treatment. And after the 10 weeks were up, 42% of them were not even diagnosable with PTSD symptoms anymore. So just that short amount of time shows you how important and how big of an impact it can make on your associated symptoms with PTSD or any mental health really that people are suffering from. Yoga is also great with improving your heart health. Physiological evidence associated with yoga has shown the ability to increase heart rate variability. Having an increased heart rate variability calms the autonomic nervous system, where the body stores trauma. Why is heart rate variability so important? It is simply the distance from one heartbeat to the next. Having a greater gap has been shown to calm your autonomic nervous system and help regulate your emotions. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, you can notice your breath becomes shallower and your heart rate increasing. So that causes a decreased heart rate variability. Having that increased heart rate variability shows that you have a slower heart rate, your autonomic nervous system is a little bit more calm, and you're easier to make judgments as well as regulate your emotions. Having a decreased heart rate variability is correlated with negative effects such as anxiety, stress, PTSD, and anger. Individuals who suffer from depression, anxiety, or flashbacks, as well as angry outbursts, often have trouble regulating their emotions. So by practicing activities that increase your heart rate variability like yoga, it can help retrain your heart and your physiology. Finding the right yoga program for you may consist of trial and error, as there are many different types of yoga, which I will be going over. Some people may enjoy more physical styles like vinyasa or Bikram. Others may enjoy a more slower paced yoga like yin, or a combination of both. Regardless of the choice you choose, they all come with their own special benefits and therapeutic processes. So like I said, there are many different types of yoga. Hatha yoga is one of them. It is known as the yoga of force. It is strengthening and purifying for the body. Has many different physical postures known as asanas, as well as breathing techniques implemented in this practice. Next, there's Ashtanga, known as Ashtanga Vinyasa or power yoga. It is intense and fast-paced. It helps build endurance and strength. You do a series of one continuous flowing movement. It also helps you link to motions of breathing patterns as you are going through these movements. Next is Bikram, which is known as hot yoga. So it's done in a very hot room involving 26 postures or so that you practice once or twice a week. First you do standing and balance poses, and then you do back bends, forward bends, and twisting postures. Restorative yoga is also another type of yoga that can be beneficial to people who might be suffering from a lot of stressors in their lives. There's no active postures. It basically focuses on the relaxation part of yoga. And last but not least, there is Kripalu Yoga, which is gentle, slower moving style of yoga. It's basically between restorative yoga and some of the more vigorous forms. So you get a little bit of both as you practice this type of yoga. When it comes to yoga, the resources are endless. There are many resources online for free that you can watch yoga videos and learn about all the different types, such as YouTube, and there are also a bunch of great websites that have free trials or free memberships to do yoga at home during times like these. Right now is a great time for you to play around with it to see which type of yoga best suits your own needs. To finish off, I have Danielle joining me from her home to take you through a quick morning routine to help lower anxiety, help your body wake up appropriately, and go on with your day feeling refreshed and energized.
Okay, welcome to our final part of today's workshop, our 10-minute flow. This flow is designed to do in the morning, to start right away, to give you a boost of energy, to get rid of any aches and pains that you may want to stretch out from a long night's rest. So let's do it. Starting seated in a comfortable position, rolling your shoulders back. If you like, you can sit on your toes. You can have one leg in front of the other, or cross-legged. So 10 minutes, that's all you need to get your body moving and flowing. It's so great to do if you're going to be sitting at a desk all day. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go forward. Beautiful. Try to get your shoulders all the way up to your ears. 3, 2, and 1. Nice, sitting nice and tall. And just dropping your left ear to your right shoulder, feeling that beautiful stretch. Inhale, and over to the other side. All these movements today are going slow. Your body's still waking up, so give it some time to get there. One more side. Lovely, coming back to center. Let's open with a twist, hands up overhead. And twist, your left hand is going to come onto your right knee and look over that right shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall, squeezing your stomach in. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, calming hands back overhead. Other side, left hand on your right knee, twisting. Nothing wild just yet. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to center, hands overhead. And coming back down. Wonderful. Coming over onto our hands and knees. So in this position, our shoulders are over our wrists and our hips are over our knees. And we're just going to come into some cat and cows to warm up our spine. So dropping our belly, looking at the corner of the room. And exhale, pushing to the sky. Inhale, using your breath, push all the way to the sky. Enjoy. Dropping your belly, looking at the corner of the room. And push it to the sky. And drop. And push to the sky. Last one. And slowly coming back to all fours. Warming up our core and side body. So left leg goes back. Just push. Maybe do some pulses. Stretching out in that hamstring. In that left side. From there, if you like, you can lift up that right hand. If you want to go even further, you can lift up that left leg, looking at the ground, feeling like a string is pulling on your heel and your fingertips. Beautiful, hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your right hand is going to come to the ground. Your left foot is going to cross over as far as it can, crossing over your right side. And then you're going to look over your right shoulder at your toe. This is a beautiful lateral stretch on that side. Feel it in the hip, the side body. Using your breath. And slowly coming back to center. Before we do the other side, we're just going to come into a child's pose. So your knees can be as wide or as together as you like, and then you're just going to walk your hands out, sinking to the ground, stretching into your lower back, into those shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Coming back to center. Let's go to the other side. Right leg push back, hamstring pulse, getting into those calves. Amazing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that stability. At first, your left hand is going to reach up overhead. Your thumb is pointing to the sky, and then you're going to lift that right leg up. And you're not going wildly high in a straight line. And your head is looking at the ground so you can stay on that plane. Beautiful. Stay strong. Warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left arm is going to drop to the ground. Your right leg is going to cross as far as it can over to the left side. And then you're going to look over your toe. Finding that side body stretch on the other side. Enjoying it. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back to center. This time, instead of a child's pose, we're going to come into a puppy pose. So getting deeper into the chest. So our hips are going to stay over our knees, and we're just going to walk our hands out. So there's 2 options here. You can just put your forehead to the ground. If you have the flexibility, or if your body allows it, you can use your chin. But for me, normally just your forehead is good. I'm going to keep my head slightly upright so you can hear me. Keeping your hands stretching into the chest, you'll feel your lower abdominals start to engage. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back up. Amazing. So, time to get into those hip flexors. Bring your left leg up and put it in between those hands. So, option here, roll your shoulders away, fingertips on the ground. You can stay in this low lunge. If you need the extra support, you can double up your mat at the back. Or you can come into a hands overhead low lunge. We're not sinking deep into our low lunge. Our hips are square, and we're just pushing, getting that stretch slightly on that hip flexor, and your knee is not going over that toe. Nice. We're Rolling your shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Coming into a hamstring stretch. Pushing back, flexing your left foot towards your face. You can keep a slight bend in your knees if your hamstrings are super tight. Maybe if you had a big workout, or maybe from standing all day, my hamstrings are usually pretty tight, so I like to keep a strong bend in the knee. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back. This time, hands on the ground. Tuck your back right foot under and come into a high lunge. This is our only strength of today's. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Your right hand's going to come to the ground. Come into an easy twist. Your left arm is going to tilt up to the sky and you're going to follow with that eye line. Breathing. Opening up that chest. Getting that boost of energy that we wanted. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that left hand to the ground. Your right foot is going to come back into a plank and you're going to drop to your knees. Roll those shoulders away and come down to the ground. Opening up our chest into a Sphinx Pose. So your shoulders are over your elbows and you're just going to pull your chest through, really grasping your hands onto the mat. And this is all about your chest, your abdominal wall. If your lower back does not like this, please come lower down. Amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come down. Coming up, pushing your hands underneath, coming back to all fours, ready to do that sequence on the other side. Your right foot is going to come in between your hands. Staying in that low lunge first, rolling your shoulders away from your ears, feeling that proud chest. Maybe staying on the ground if you want, or maybe slowly bring your hands overhead. If you want, you can always double up your back mat for extra support on your knee. And beautifully making sure that your hips are square to the front of the room and you're not dipping in. We're just getting that slight stretch. Engage. Beautiful. Your chest is proud, squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and once hands come to the ground, we'll pull back, hamstring stretch. Once again, flexing your foot towards your face. If you want, you can come up high if your back isn't allowing it. Keeping a slight bend in the knee if you need to. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly coming forward. Tucking your back left foot underneath and slowly charging up that back leg, ready to engage that core. Bring your hands overhead. Crescent lunge, hold it here, squeeze, making both hips face forward. 4, 3, 2, left hand is going to come to the ground. Right hand, we follow it up to the sky, coming into our easy twist, other side. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Right hand's going to come to the back, coming back into plank. This time dropping your knees down and flipping it over onto our back. Starting to unwind from this morning's session. 10 minutes. We're just going to get deep into our glutes. So we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch. Our right leg is going to cross over our left. Keeping our top foot flexed. You can stay here if you can already feel it. Or you can feed those hands underneath that quad. Beautiful. Finding that angle. What feels nice and juicy. Stretching out our glutes. Beautiful. Maybe changing that angle. 4, 3, 2, and slowly coming out. Maybe point and flex your foot. Do some circles. And other side, crossing it over. Feeding those hands underneath, keeping that top foot flexed to protect that knee. Maybe using that opposite elbow to press out that right knee. Relaxing that upper body. Putting this all into your lower body. Maybe shutting your eyes for these last couple poses. setting your intention for the day ahead, bringing your positive vibes from this boost of energy, giving these 10 minutes dedicated all for you, all for your mats. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more stretch. So from here, you can either grab the tops of your legs and bring them out wide, and maybe you can just rock side to side. If you want to take a step further, you can come into Happy Baby, grabbing with your 2 peace fingers on your big toe, and think about drawing your knees to your armpits, or you can grab onto the outside of your feet, keeping your hands in the inside of your knees and pressing down. And maybe if you want to have some fun, you can rock side to side. Really enjoying this. This feels so juicy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And grabbing your hands behind your legs, you can rock up, take a couple rocks, and slowly come back into a seated position. I like to finish all of my 10-minute morning sequences in a seated position so then you don't fall back to sleep. However, if you do want to finish with a minute of Shavasana on the ground, you can go ahead and do so. So I just finish bringing my hands to heart center and just taking a couple breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Maybe think about all the things that you are grateful for in this world. And this last breath, you can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Make